Brooksville, Florida, is a city with a rich and complex history that reflects both the broader narrative of Florida's development and the specific cultural dynamics of the region. Located in Hernando County, where it serves as the county seat, Brooksville's story begins long before its official establishment, rooted in the interactions between indigenous peoples, European explorers, and later American settlers. The area that would become Brooksville was originally inhabited by Native American groups, notably the Seminole, who established a significant presence in the region by the 18th century. Archaeological evidence, such as projectile points and ceramic fragments found at sites like Chinscut Hill, suggests human activity dating back millennia. The Seminole town of Chocachati, located near modern-day Brooksville, served as a de facto seat of Seminole governance from around 1767 until the early 19th century, highlighting the area's importance before European settlement intensified. European influence arrived with Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto in the 1530s, though permanent settlement by Europeans didn't occur until much later. The region remained a frontier until the Second Seminole War, 1835 to 1842, when the U.S. military established Fort de Soto in 1840. Positioned on what is now the northeastern edge of Brooksville along Croom Road, the fort aimed to protect settlers from Seminole resistance. However, its location atop a limestone bed made accessing groundwater difficult, leading to its eventual abandonment. The fort also functioned as a trading post and a stop on the Concord stagecoach line, connecting Palatka to Tampa, which spurred early settler activity. By the 1840s, white settlers began arriving in greater numbers, drawn by the Armed Occupation Act of 1842, which offered land to those willing to defend it against Native Americans. Two small communities emerged: Pierceville, settled by families like the Hopes and Saxons about 3 miles south of the fort, and Melendez, located 2 miles northwest. In 1856, these settlements merged to form a single town, named Brooksville after Preston Brooks, a pro-slavery South Carolina congressman infamous for his 1856 caning of abolitionist Senator Charles Sumner on the U.S. Senate floor. The choice of name reflects the area's Southern sympathies during a time of escalating national tensions over slavery, just years before the Civil War. The town's post office officially adopted the name Brooksville in 1871, though it was incorporated earlier, on October 13, 1880. Brooksville's early economy was tied to agriculture, with large plantations relying on enslaved labor to grow cotton, sugarcane, and other crops. The antebellum period saw the establishment of significant estates, such as Chinscut Hill, founded in the 1840s by Bird Pearson, a South Carolina planter who brought enslaved people to work the land. After the Civil War, the plantation system declined, but the area retained its southern character, evident in its architecture, grand homes with wraparound verandas, and events like the annual Brooksville Raid, a Civil War reenactment. The late 19th and early 20th centuries brought growth and modernization. The arrival of the railroad, including the Brooksville Short Line connecting the town to the Withlacoochee River, boosted trade and agriculture, particularly citrus and cattle. Historic structures from this era, like the 1885 railroad depot and the Maystringer House, built in the 1850s, remain as testaments to this period. The Hernando County Courthouse, constructed in 1913, became a central landmark, symbolizing Brooksville's status as a county hub. Brooksville's history also includes darker chapters. The reliance on slavery left a legacy of racial tension, with violent incidents reported in the decades following the Civil War and into the 1930s. The town's name itself sparked controversy in 2010, when some residents and media criticized its association with Preston Brooks, though a proposal to change it was rejected by the community. Today, Brooksville retains its historic charm, with a population that grew from 7,264 in 2000 to 7,719 by 2010, and an estimated 8,000 more recently. Nestled among rolling hills, a rarity in Florida, and located 45 miles north of Tampa, it balances its past with modern development, preserving sites like the Victorian-era homes along Irene Street and the Chinscut Hill Manor while embracing tourism and events like Founders Week. Its story is one of resilience, reflecting the broader evolution of Florida from a Native American homeland to a frontier outpost, a southern enclave, and now a quaint yet growing community.